What's that? Did I buy a book just to complain about it? No, that's crazy. Who the hell would do a thing like that? All right. Hi, Internet. I'm Taylor. It's May 30th, 2020. May 31st when you're watching this. Whatever. Time is fake. It's all a flat circle. 2023. That part is probably real, although doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's Cranky Comic Book Review Show. Worst to best. I'm going to go through this stuff. And while I didn't buy it just to complain about it, I kind of had a feeling I would. It's how I am. It's the worst book of the week. Look, it's shiny. I'm not going to open it. I'm not even going to try and spoil this. But this is Amazing Spider-Man number 26. It's the spoiler variant edition. If you've been anywhere near the internet in the past couple weeks, you already know the spoiler. That said, if you don't, I think you're in for a kind of shitty downfall that's not going to have any emotional resonance and just come across as a cheap ploy. Because that's how it read to me. I've not been keeping up with Spider-Man. I read the first couple issues of the ASM arc, 1 through whatever the hell, and now we're on 26 already. Doesn't matter. And then I stopped after issues 4 or 5. I just didn't give a shit. I thought John Romita's art had taken a dive. I didn't care for Zeb Wells' writing. I didn't really give a crap what the giant mystery was, which is all resolved in this, by the way. And it turns out, skipping things, I really didn't miss much. I still don't care for John Romita's art. Junior. I like Senior. Senior's the man. And I like Junior's earlier stuff. It's just, he's not a good fit on Spider-Man, or at least he's not. No, it's not good. And I don't care for the big reveal here, and I don't think it's worth it. I mean, people are going to spec on this book, and I'm not immune. I bought this. Well, it came in a polybag, too. So I got a free bag and a board out of my comic shop, which is a rarity with these guys. And, it's not good. It's not going to be permanent, and it's just really comes across as a cheap ploy on Marvel's part. And I think it is, and I'd like to be proven wrong, but I really don't think I will be. I got a feeling they're going to milk the happenings in this book for a few months and then resolve it all by fall. It's my prediction. I know it's not the... I know the internet's saying the same goddamn thing. I'm just trying to do it and be vague and like not spoil it for like the one of you that has not read the damn book or has not like found out about the spoilers. So it is what it is. It's kind of gross, actually. It really didn't feel earned. I mean, again, maybe it did if you've read all 25 issues, but I really kind of doubt it because I don't think they set anything up before this issue for this. So at least that's how I read it. I think the setup and the big reveal all happened in one issue, which is not enough time to really give what happened any resonance. So anyways, next we have Power Girl Special number 1. Look, it's a slow week. I had to pad some shit so I could put the video time up and do it. So, the art is by, who the hell the art by? Savage. The art's not bad. Light and fluffy and kind of airy, and that seems to be kind of like a new, almost sort of house style for both the creators. Like there's a Doctor Strange book that has a similar art style, different creative team, and I can't remember who the hell. Is it? I think it's Leo. Yeah, it's Leo Williams in the writing, I believe, and I don't know the first name. This is timey-wimey. No, it's not timey-wimey. It's mindy-windy nonsense. Power Girl has new powers. Look, spoiler, sorry. I'm pretty sure it says that even on the cover. It does not. I apologize. And they get put to use in this book. There's a bad guy. There's some weirdly worded explanation of how Power Girl beats them, and there's an emotional journey. None of it lands. It's kind of hot garbage. And then there's a really bad Fire and Ice backup story. Like it says, hang on, Marguerite Sauvage. Yeah, Marguerite Sauvage. I don't mind the art mostly. It's unclear in places, and it does some wonky panel stuff. But the story itself, it is just psycho-babbly, hot garbage nonsense. And okay, mental health is important. Take care of your mental health. If you want to reach out to somebody, reach out, and you need to, please do. But that's not this. This is just a babbling brook of a story that makes no fucking sense, and it is not well done. And it is. I'm sad about this one too because how much was this? $6. This is the cheap version. DC's just getting more and more pricey and becoming more and more like Marvel in their money grabby ways. I mean, they're both bad at it, but whatever. All right, next. We have a one-shot, The Rocketeer. Did I mention it was a slow week? Okay, listen, I liked the Rocketeer movie. I thought it was kind of fun. And I like the character design. I thought it's kind of fun. I actually kind of like the cover. I think it's kind of fun. It's Danny Bilson, Paul DeMilo, Kevin Mao. There's a lot of people. I'm not Jay Lee. I think Jay Lee does the art on the back. Yeah, Jay Lee does the art on the last story. There's 3 stories in here, and they're all one and done little snippet stories, and they're not. They're middling at best. It's all set in the world of Rocketeer, obviously, and they're all kind of revolving around the Rocketeer. But it's just, it's a shrug of a book. It's all right. I mean, if you love the Rocketeer, absolutely love the Rocketeer, and you're in love with everything written by it, you might get more out of this. But it's just another case of this. There's not really any reason for this to exist. I mean, I get there's not really any reason for any comics to exist. We live in a world where it's all fake. We're all living in the Matrix anyways. But this is just, it's, ugh. I mean, it's better than Power Girl, but not by a whole lot. The art's fine. I like the Jay Lee art. I like the art in 2 of the 3. The middle story, I don't care for the art. I couldn't tell you, and I'm not going to research because it's digging around, poking around. And I'm recording this in one take, people. I don't edit. I don't have time for that. Watch the beginning again and realize how awkward it was. I didn't edit the awkward. That's just me being awkward. All right, we have next. And this one, am I going to do this order? Yeah, I'm going to do this order. This is a harmless... Okay, we're getting into the part of the reviews where everything's kind of okay with life. And all right. And this is a dumb, fun book. Clobberin Time, number 3. I think Clobberin Time number 2 made the top of the list one week, and because it was dumb and fun. And this is still dumb and fun. It's Steve Scroce, and it's a writing and the art. It gets a little verbose, especially in the intro pages when you have, intro-y stuff. And then you just get a kind of stupid little story with Doctor Strange. And really kind of gross out, detailed Steve Scroce artwork. I love the artwork. And the story's fun. It's harmless. It's not going to change anything, really. It's just I think Scroce's just having fun playing with, the thing, which I think is probably one of his favorite characters, and just messing around. There's a bad guy that is not memorable at all, and the story itself really kind of isn't either. It lands on a cliffhanger, and I think there's at least one more issue left. I'm guessing it ends at issue 4, but I couldn't tell you because I don't research people. That's a lot of work. But yeah, it's stupid. It's fun. It's Clobberin Time. It's the thing. All right, then we have Gothic Horror overtakes Gotham. Gothic. Detective Comics number 170, whatever the hell, 2. I started reading Detective last issue, so I'm not caught up on everything Rom V is doing. One of these days, I'll get it digitally, and then I'll know what's up. So I've kind of got plopped in the middle of a story, and this is something bad's going on with Gotham, and they have to stop it. You have Ivan Rice and Stefano Raphael on the pencilers. I like the art quite a bit. And I like Ron V's writing. It is atmospheric. It's palpably gothic. It just has this dark kind of overwrought sense about it in a not a bad way, but in a just a stylistic story choices kind of way. So without you get and then the coloring actually kind of does help. It's nice and dark and grim, but you're pretty clear as to what's going on. So if you've dug Ron V's other stuff like his work with Mike Perkins on Swamp Thing, you'll probably like this. This is a little more ham-fisted than the Swamp Thing, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. It's just kind of, I think Ron V's just flexing his stylistic muscles a little more here than he was in that title. And you get some gross out art. You get some weird stuff. You get a tongue and an eyeball. Because why wouldn't you get a tongue and an eyeball, people? It's 2023. We need tongues and eyeballs. Oh, and there's a backup story written by Dan Waters. No clue what the hell's going on in it. I think it's an ongoing sort of narrative about I think it ties into with the main thing somehow. It's all right. It's not awful, but it's okay. I still don't. There's 8 pages of me shrugging, going, all right, yeah, that's a metaphor somewhere in there. So I don't know. It's decent. All right, and then we have a book that I was going to give up on, and I still might at some point, but it's Jed MacKay, Pascal Ferry. So like Pascal Ferry, light, kind of fluffy, airy art. That's what I was talking about. This is Doctor Strange number 3. And this is like the first issue of this arc where I'm like, that's not bad. Really, it's got some clevery Doctor Stranginess to it, and you kind of want like some clevery Doctor Stranginess to it. You get Dormammu, and cool cover. I think that's Alex Ross. Probably, it doesn't matter. And yeah, cool cover, and like it's a parlay issue where every once in a while, apparently Doctor Strange and Dormammu meet up, and like there's a fun little I'm not opposed to fun little twists when they're done well. And the twist in this issue is done fairly well. It's not going to change the world. It's pretty much a one and done issue of the book. I mean, it maybe propels a B plot a little bit forward, just because there's a thing at the end where it's like sets up the next issue, but that's really stretching it. Oh, and then there's a really stupid runaway story at the back. I mean, it's kind of really pretty dumb. And the art's pretty awful too. Like I don't know who did that one. It's hang on. Do I care? No, I don't. No, I sure don't. But yeah, so Doctor Strange, number 3. It's pretty good. All right. Then we have a book that has slipped in my humble estimation, but it's still not bad. Barbaric, what's Hell to Pay, number 4. This is the last issue of this arc or this miniseries. Barbaric has been a fun book. The problem is you're getting diminishing returns in the fun. It's Michael Morici on the writing and Nathan Gooden on the art, and they're a great pair. And then you get the coloring by who is it? Addison Duke. Jesus Christ, it's a bad font. Anyways, so you get this atmospheric coloring and this kind of inky amorphous art, and a fun kind of like, if you're playing friends with a bunch of playing Dungeons and Dragons with a bunch of snarky ass friends, that's kind of the tone that this book has set. And there's a cursed barbarian with an axe that only lets him kill evil people. But now the barbarian's in hell. Spoilers. Hell to pay. Last issue. And so this wraps up that arc, and it resolves things in a way, and then it sets up the next thing. It's fun. Wait for trade or get it collected, whatever. I don't think it's probably worth getting the individual issues, unless you can find them in the dollar bin, which you probably can. It's not going to, most likely, it's not a spec kind of book. I mean, maybe the issue number 1 is, but like after that, you're like, okay. Just read it if you like highfalutin, adventure-y books that are a little bit kind of off color and gross. Yeah, it's fun. It's just that I really, really, really liked Volume 1. I really liked Volume 2, and I liked Volume 3. So it's getting either I'm getting jaded to the concept and something new needs to happen, which could be the case, or it's just the concept itself, while fun, maybe doesn't have the longest legs for a super ongoing thing. So I don't know, it's decent. I like it. I still like it well enough to get it in the top 3 this week. Oh, next, idea like Local Man or Local Man. It's a flip book. I have liked Local Man a lot better than I thought I would. This is Tim Seeley and Tony Fleeks. And it's like basically it's a character I don't really think existed in the old Image days, like the Wildcats or the Extreme or the Thunder, whatever the hell, the Liefeld era of teams. Youngblood, that's probably the one I'm thinking of. Youngblood, and he's a character that can hit anything with anything. Archer, except not archery. He's good at everything but archery. And he can flick a pebble and hit you in the eye or whatever. That's his shtick. So not a great thing. His name is like Crossjack, which is also stupid. So you take the stupid idea and a stupid character name, and then you move him to present day where no one likes him because something in the past has happened. And then he's going to try and like redeem himself and go up against basically gods and superheroes that are much more powerful than him. And so it's a fun idea, and it's pretty well executed. Tony Fleeks' art really fits the main story here, and like you like kind of are learning what's going on in here, and you like get a good sense of the character, like, and the nature and the what am I trying to say? The personality of Crossjack. And it's fun. It's a really pretty well written, like send up of the old days without really being like mocking too much. Because in the back of this, on the other part of the flip book, you have tales from the old days, so you learn kind of what happened, and that's in the old days and why some things are affecting the present days. And so this is also Tim Seeley and Tony Fleecs with like really different art style by Tony Fleecs. Like a really not quite in the style of like Liefeld or the old days, but like probably as close as Tony can get. And so it's a fun it's a fun dynamic, a fun duo of a book. You get to, you can probably read them in any order. Actually, you know what? No, read the main story first, and then read the backup if you're doing it. So this is the main, this is the backup. Read the main first, and then the backup, and which is a little confusing because the cover for the back, it doesn't matter. Anyways, fun book. I dug it. And then this last one might be cheating, but I don't really care. Also, the LCS did not have the current issue. Well, they finally got in this one, World Tree issue number 1, or issue number 2 came out today, which so I'm behind. Well, this is issue number 1, my first chance to read it. It's the second print. James Tiny Onion and Fernando Blanco. Colors by Jordi Blair. This is James Tynan, aka the Tiny Onion, the Tiny Master, the Master of Onions, at his best. It's creepy horror. It's a dark web for fun and profit. And it's like an internet murder machine, and then like there's a mystery that gets set up in this, and there's like a lot of brutality. Fernando Blanco's art is serviceable, and I don't mean that in a bad way, because like Werther de Ladra, who does the art on Something to Kill the Children, which is the other big book from Tynan, also serviceable, but this is better in my humble opinion because it's clearer and easier to follow, and he doesn't make these weird stylistic jumps just for the sake of having stylistic jumps. It's a pretty gridded out book and like a lot of like small panels and lots of dialogue, which is also a James Tiny Onion special, but it's pretty well done. Like it's got this palpable sense of dread and like creepiness and like shit going horribly wrong, and like it's a heck of a good setup for what hopefully will be an effective series. Now the worry is that Tynan tends to tend to stretch shit out and like drag things out longer than they need to be, like Something That's Killing the Children and all that, and turn that into a whole universe. I'm hoping he doesn't do that here, because right now this first issue is pretty tight and pretty concisely written, and like doesn't have what it seems like a lot of extraneous parts just to like stretch things. So if you can keep that up, this might be something special. But as it is, I really enjoyed this one. It was my favorite book of the week, even though it technically came out like a month ago. But whatever, it's my channel, I can do what I want. So there you have it. Kind of a, whatever, better week than last week, I guess. Yeah, although this is, fuck you, Marvel. Anyways, yeah, and the CBC Awards are out, so go vote for somebody. CBCAwards.org. Vote for your favorite comic creator. People create comics. They don't create comics. People create comic video person. Vote for your favorite comic video person. Not me, just one of your favorites. Somebody that's less rambling and makes a little more fucking sense than I do. But there's a lot of categories on there. There's best facial hair, collaboration, other stuff. I don't know. Go check it out. You got some time, but go do it now before you forget. Or wait till the last minute. Do it at the last minute like I'm probably going to. All right, don't be a dick. See ya.